Triple H just fired Io Sky after massive revenge on Bianca Belair, leaving her in critical condition. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. The WWE Universe has been left in absolute shock tonight. A night that began with the usual chaos of Monday Night Raw quickly spiraled into one of the most disturbing and career-altering moments we've seen in years. By the end of it, one of WWE's most talented superstars was fired on live television, and another is now fighting for her life in the hospital. This is the story of FIRED IYO SKY, the former WWE Women's Champion, and her violent act of revenge against Bianca Belair, an attack so brutal, so unprovoked, that even Triple H had no choice but to terminate her WWE contract immediately. And yes, this wasn't just a storyline. What happened tonight had frightening real-world consequences. Let's break it all down. What happened, why it happened, and how the WWE locker room is reacting to this heartbreaking situation. The tense history between IYO SKY and Bianca Belair. To truly understand what led to tonight's shocking turn of events, we need to go back months, even years, to the start of the bitter rivalry between Bianca Belair and IYO SKY. While both women are incredibly talented in their own right, their careers have been on a collision course ever since Damage Control was formed. Bianca, the EST of WWE, had been dominating the women's division, winning championships, headlining pay-per-views, and becoming one of the most marketable stars in the company. IYO SKY, meanwhile, had always been the underdog in the spotlight of larger personalities like Bayley and Dakota Kai. For years, fans and insiders alike believed she wasn't getting the respect she deserved in WWE. That frustration only grew when Bianca defeated IYO on multiple occasions, often in high-profile matches. IYO felt humiliated, convinced that Bianca had been holding her down, politically maneuvering backstage to remain the face of the division. Things reached a boiling point earlier this year when Bianca defeated IYO clean at SummerSlam, effectively shutting down IYO's championship aspirations for the foreseeable future. Backstage sources say that after that loss, IYO became increasingly withdrawn from the locker room, visibly frustrated, and allegedly began arguing with WWE producers about her creative direction. Fast forward to last week's episode of Raw. Bianca Belair scored another huge win in the main event against Rhea Ripley in a non-title match. After the cameras went off the air, Bianca reportedly cut a backstage promo for the live crowd. And in it, she made a subtle but cutting remark about beating the best in the business, and some others who thought they could fly, but crashed instead. Fans didn't think much of it, but several people backstage interpreted that as a direct shot at IYO SKY's high-flying wrestling style. According to insiders, IYO took this as the ultimate disrespect. She was overheard telling a fellow superstar that Bianca was done and that she would make sure she never walked into a WWE ring again. No one expected her to actually follow through, but tonight, she did. Tonight's Raw started off normally. Triple H opened the show to announce some upcoming pay-per-view matches. Bianca Belair had an in-ring promo hyping her next challenge, and the main event was set as Bianca teaming up with Liv Morgan to take on two mystery opponents. As the night went on, rumors swirled backstage about who those opponents might be. Some thought it could be Nia Jax and Zoe Stark. Others thought Damage Control might reunite for one night. When the main event finally began, Bianca and Liv stood in the ring waiting for their opponents. Then, IYO SKY's music hit. The crowd erupted, half in excitement, half in shock. IYO hadn't been seen on WWE television in weeks, and no one knew why she was suddenly back. But what happened next wasn't a match. It was an ambush. Before the bell even rang, IYO slid into the ring carrying a steel chair. She swung it with full force into Bianca's midsection, causing her to collapse instantly. Liv Morgan tried to intervene, but IYO cracked her across the back with the chair, sending her rolling out of the ring. What followed was one of the most vicious assaults we've ever seen in the women's division. IYO repeatedly slammed Bianca's head into the steel steps, drove the chair into her ribs, and then performed her finishing moonsault. Not once, not twice, but 3 times, with the chair placed across Bianca's chest. The crowd was screaming. The referees were begging her to stop, and WWE officials rushed to the ring. But Iwao wasn't done. She grabbed Bianca by the hair, dragged her to the announce table, and hit a devastating powerbomb straight through it. Bianca lay motionless. Trainers and medics flooded the scene as commentary went silent. Fans in the front row were visibly shaken, some even shouting for security to arrest her. The mood in the arena shifted instantly from excitement to pure horror. Bianca Belair, one of the most beloved superstars in WWE, was being placed on a stretcher. The medical team strapped her neck and back to stabilize her spine before wheeling her up the ramp. Cameras caught a glimpse of Montez Ford, Bianca's real-life husband, rushing down the ramp from backstage, his face a mix of fear and anger. He stayed by Bianca's side as she was taken to an ambulance. Meanwhile, FIRED Sky showed absolutely no remorse. In fact, she grabbed a microphone and screamed, "Now she knows what respect means," before throwing the mic and storming out through the crowd to avoid WWE security. Within minutes, social media exploded. Fans were demanding WWE take immediate action. The hashtag #FIRED began trending worldwide. Backstage, Triple H was said to be furious, not just because of the attack, but because it had reportedly gone completely off-script. Multiple insiders confirmed that IYO was not supposed to be involved in the main event in any capacity tonight. According to one producer, the plan was for Bianca and Liv to face Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Somehow, IYO inserted herself into the segment without official approval. In a rare move, Triple H came out live during the final minutes of the broadcast. Standing in the ring, he looked directly into the camera and addressed the WWE Universe. His words were blunt and final. "What you saw tonight was unacceptable. FIRED Sky's actions were unprofessional, dangerous, and have no place in WWE. Effective immediately, FIRED Sky's contract with WWE is terminated. She is no longer a part of this company." The crowd gasped, and the screen faded to black. As of this recording, Bianca Belair is in critical condition at a local hospital. WWE issued a short statement saying she suffered severe chest and abdominal trauma, multiple cracked ribs, and potential spinal damage. Doctors are running further tests to determine if there is any internal bleeding. Sources close to her family say Montez Ford is staying with her around the clock, and the Street Profits' upcoming matches have been canceled. Fans have been flooding social media with messages of support under the hashtag #PrayForBianca. Several WWE superstars have spoken out since the incident. Bayley, a former ally of IYO, tweeted, "This isn't the IYO I know, or maybe it always was. I hope Bianca recovers quickly." Becky Lynch wrote, "No championship, no rivalry, no revenge is worth someone's health. Disgusted by what I saw tonight.